We're on?
Sorry.
Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. I am sure you are all looking forward to a weekend at home with your family, doing nothing at all. Today's Friday. Happy day. We're going to go ahead and start out here. Take a moment to take your shoes off. Naked feet. When you're at home in the privacy of your own home. All right, we're going to take our bottoms all the way back to the back of the chair and start to relax the back against the first seat. Good. Find your nice regal posture, feet flat on the floor, wiggle those toes a little bit. Tuck that chin in some to line up the spine. And then when you're ready, allow the eyes to close. And begin to turn the attention inward. Breathing in and out through the nose. And again, using that breath as our object of meditation. Today we're going to come back to our audible meditation technique and our tactile, sort of a vibration within that we did on the first day. So what I want you to do is to place one hand over the heart and the other hand over the belly, okay? I'm going to demonstrate here so you can allow your eyes to blink open for a moment. I'm going to demonstrate here, and then I'm going to turn my microphone off so it doesn't overwhelm everyone. But what I want you to do is keep your face relaxed. So try to separate the top jaw from the bottom jaw. Just keep that mouth relaxed. And then we'll take a nice big breath in. Go on for the duration of one full breath, and then we'll do that 3 times. So what I want you to use as your object of meditation is that feeling from your hand, that feeling in your belly, that feeling inside your body of that vibration, all of that sound in your head. Again, this is a fantastic practice to do if you're feeling anxious, if you're feeling scared, I know people with ADHD, this can be a way to sort of focus and center, because really when all of this is going on, it's hard to be doing anything else. Okay? So we're going to do 3 nice big breaths, and again, I'm going to turn this off for just a moment while we do these. Inhale here. Breath in. Unclench the teeth. Return to your natural breath. Place that hand that's on the belly over the heart. Just take a moment or 2. Notice any changes. Notice how the mind and the body feel. And taking one long inhalation. Exhale, allowing the eyes to open. Good. Very nice. Taking those hands, we're going to start practice today by rubbing the palms of the hands together, creating some heat, or maybe rubbing them along the thighs. Again, it got cold again this morning, so if you're feeling any achiness in any joints, the heat and the movement is where we want to go. Then place those palms of the hands on a part of the body that needs a little attention, or maybe gently over the sockets of the eyes, just for another moment or two of centering. And gently releasing the hands to the thighs. We'll start to scoot ourselves forward, connecting with our strong seat, pressing into the floor, lengthening through the belly. Again, always checking in with the head, noticing if you're extending the neck up, not even realizing it. Just kind of tuck that chin in just a little bit. Keep everything nice and relaxed. Good. On the in-breath, I want you to visualize that sort of mid-back where the waistband of the pants is and your imaginary chair there. We're going to press into that chair as we extend the leg. Exhale, slowly lowering that foot back down, changing sides. Big breath in, big breath out. Good. Again, inhale, exhale, strong through the belly. Inhale, exhale. Good. Now we're going to try both legs, lifting them both at the same time. Big breath in, big breath out. Good. Notice if you're starting to lean back and try and really engage there. It's impossible to not lean back a little bit, but do your best. Big breath in, big breath out, big breath in, big breath out. Good. Releasing those arms to the sides. Take a nice big movement up, inhaling here, and opening those elbows out to the sides. Good. Inhale up, exhale out. Continuing this movement, noticing those lower ribs, if they start to press out, keep them pulled in, almost as if someone's giving you a big bear hug from behind. Good. Bringing those hands toward each other, interlacing the fingers. Good. Inhale, pressing those palms out, and then gently coming up, holding here for a few breaths, noticing if you may be able to lengthen just a little bit more as you breathe. Resisting the urge to let the shoulders come up, let those shoulder blades stay in position. Good. And as we inhale next, pressing those palms up just a little bit more, and then exhaling to the left. Good. Pressing that right foot into the floor, lengthening the side waist. Exhale back to center. Good. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale to the right. Pressing through that left foot. Inhale up. Good. Releasing those fingers, bringing both hands down to the left hip, keeping those knees lined up, pressing into the feet. And breathing into the twist, relaxing that back shoulder, relaxing the face. Strong movements, big breath in, lifting up, and exhaling the hands to the right hip. Relax the back shoulder. Breathing here. And inhaling those arms back up. We'll take some big wrist circles all the way down. Good. Placing the hands lightly on the thighs. I'm going to try not to press down into those legs, just leave them resting here. And we'll start to make a slow rotation with the torso, coming forward, side, back, side. Good. Taking your time, noticing the weight shifting in the feet. You have a spot that's a little sore, maybe staying there for a moment. Shifting all the way around. And coming back to center, changing direction. Good, back to center. Inhale, opening those arms. Good. Taking that right hand, I'm going to place it gently on the top of the head, and then guiding that right ear toward the right shoulder. Good. Just using the weight of that hand to give a little gentle overpressure. Breathing here, keeping those legs engaged, belly strong, and then starting to push that imaginary wall, activating through the arm, breathing here. On the next in-breath, opening both arms, spreading the fingers wide. Good. Then placing the left hand on the top of the head and slowly guiding the left ear toward the left shoulder. Breathing here, pressing that wall away. Good. And opening those arms. And gently floating the hands behind the back. Stacking those hands at the small of the back, keeping the body strong. We're going to walk those legs out one step each foot and shift the weight just a little bit into the pinky toes. We're trying to activate a little more through our outer leg muscles. Good. Nice and tall and beginning to gently hinge forward. Tucking that chin in just a little bit, lowering the gaze to the floor, holding here, and then inhale, lifting back up. Good. Using the strength in the belly and the back, using those strong legs, folding forward. Exhaling back. Good. So if you notice yourself starting to round through the lower back, maybe don't hinge forward as far. And back. Good. Releasing those hands to the thighs, walk the feet in. Lift the feet up a little bit. And then we'll come on up to a standing position. Again, if you're using your chair for support, go ahead and bring that into the front. We're going to take our nice neutral stance here, wiggling those toes, feeling all four corners of the feet. So the four corners of our feet do not include the toes, okay? So our toes always stay light, and we're pressing through the toe mounds and the sides of the heels. Beginning to root yourself through those feet, engaging the belly, relaxing the shoulders. Good. This time we're going to take our hands and bring them behind the body. Again, nice and open through the chest. When you're ready, allowing the eyes to close. Returning to the breath. And beginning to slowly shift the weight to the right pinky toe, over to the left, back to the left heel, over to the right. Taking your time, staying with the breath. Changing direction. And back to center. Allowing the eyes to open. Good. Taking those arms out to the sides. We're going to bring them toward each other, stacking them up, okay, one on top of the other like a piece of firewood. And then checking in with those shoulders. So we're going to slide them back. So with my shoulder blades, I'm trying not to spread them forward. I just want them right here. Kind of a gentle engagement. So not even squeezing the shoulder blades together. Good. We're going to keep our feet and our knees nice and loose, and then start to take a big circle with those arms. Good. Staying with the breath. Big inhalation. Big exhalation. Good. As we come up toward the top, maybe lifting the heels. Exhale. Keeping those belly muscles working. Inhale. Whoops. Exhale. Good. Changing direction. Loosening up those shoulder joints. Using all 10 toes. And one more big breath in. Big breath out. Good. Opening those arms wide, wiggling those fingers. We're going to bring them back together, this time placing the opposite arm on top. We're going to come into a torso rotation. I want you to try and keep your arms in this position. So we're going to try not to pull the arms one way or the other in order to rotate. Instead, from the belly button up, we're going to turn the body. Good. Okay? So on the in-breath, and then out. Exhale, turning the torso to the left. Inhale, back to center. Exhale to the right. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, left. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Good. One more time. Back to the center. Holding here on the left. On the in-breath, peeling the heels up. Exhaling them down. Good. Pressing through the pinky toe sides of the toes as well. Big breath in. Big breath out. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Big breath in, back to center. Rotating to the right. So the points of my hips continue to face forward. Big stretch through that side waist. Inhale, lifting the toes. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Big breath in. Big breath out. Good. Bring those arms back to center. Shake them all out. Good. We're going to bring them together here again, interlacing the fingers. Pressing them out to the front. Good. Even here, keeping just a little bit of bend in the elbows. That will help us to stretch the muscles and not the tendons and the ligaments. Good. Inhale, reaching those arms up. Breathing here. Good. Inhale, stretching through those hands just a little bit more. Exhale to the left, pressing through that right foot. Big breath to center. Exhale, right. Shifting the weight to that left foot. Inhale, center. Releasing those hands, big wrist circles all the way down. Good. Shifting the weight to that left foot. We're going to try not to look at the feet if you can, and take one step forward with the right foot. Okay? So we're in our staggered stance. This is like our pyramid shape for our legs. Okay? I've got a little bit of space for a little bit of challenge. Good. If you want a little bit more challenge, wiggle that right foot just a little bit more in front of the left. Good. Use all four corners of the feet, sharing the weight, nice and tall. On the in-breath, taking that right arm up to the ceiling. Exhale, switch. Good. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Noticing that little bit of wiggle. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Keeping that right arm down, lowering the left, turning the palms toward the back of the room and pressing back just a little. Again, noticing the heads of the shoulders. On the in-breath, turning the gaze to look to the right. Exhale, back to center. Looking to the left. Back to center. Tucking the chin and looking down toward the floor. Center. Good. Slowly lifting the gaze. Center. Good, relaxing the arms, shifting the weight once more to the left foot, and with control, stepping the right foot back. Again, trying not to look down at the feet. We're going to take one step forward with the left. Again, staying here in our pyramid legs, or for a little bit more challenge, stepping that left foot in front of the right. Zipping those legs up, sharing the weight between the front and the back foot. On the in-breath, lifting the left arm. Exhale, switching arms. Good, big movements, long breath. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Good, keeping that left arm where it is, slowly lowering the right. Gently rotating the palms toward the back of the room, adjusting the heads of the shoulders. Good. Tucking the chin in just a little bit on the in-breath, looking to the left. Back to center. Looking to the right. Back to center. Good, slowly tucking the chin, looking down. Center, slowly looking up. Center. Good, releasing the arms, shifting the weight to the right foot, and then gently stepping it out. Very nice. All right, we're going to come back to our chair, standing right in front of that chair. Again, it's there for our cueing, but it's also there for our safety. We're going to come into our Utkatasana chair pose. Again, keeping those toes nice and light. On the in-breath, shifting the weight forward, sweeping the arms up, maybe lifting the heels. And exhale, sweeping those arms back, hovering above that chair, light through the toes. Good. Inhale, sweeping the arms up. Exhale, sweeping them back, lowering that gaze toward the floor, keeping the neck in a neutral position. Nice and slow, big breath in, squeezing belly and buttocks. Exhale. Squeezing the shoulder blades, light through the toes. Last time, big breath in here. And big breath out. Holding here above the chair. Relaxing the face. Breathing here. Good, starting to feel a little bit of heat. Taking on that Mona Lisa smile. And gently sitting back to the chair. Good, very nice. All right, we are gonna start by walking that right foot out toward the edge of the mat here. And we're gonna start to rotate our body to the right. So holding onto the chair with the right hand, I'm gonna turn my body toward the right and start to extend my left leg. Again, coming into a high lunge, or very similar to our Warrior One legs. Beginning to engage through the belly, lift through the heart, pressing those feet in opposite directions. Good. On the in-breath, releasing the arms and lifting up. Breathing here. Good, one more nice inhalation here. As we exhale, lowering the hands once more, holding onto that chair. Good. Inhale, sweeping the left arm up. As we exhale, hinging forward and sweeping that left hand back, bringing a little bit more weight forward into the right foot. Big breath in. Exhale. Really pushing through that left foot. Inhale. Exhale. Good. One last time, reaching up, holding here, and then beginning to gently stretch toward the right wall. Big stretch through that outer torso, really pressing through that left foot, taking that left thumb back, maybe just a little bit more. Breathing here. And returning to night neutral and bringing that arm back down. Good. Rotating toward the front of the room. I'm going to try and keep that right foot in position, really using the pinky toe. And then rotating our left foot so that it's parallel to the mat. Good. Even this left leg is really working here to try and keep the points of the pelvis facing forward. When you're ready, sweeping those arms out to the sides, turning the gaze over the right middle finger. Breathing here. Good. As we did last time, lowering that forearm to the thigh. This time we're going to take a big circle with that left arm. As big as feels good for your body. Taking your time. Inhaling up. Exhaling back. Inhaling up. Exhaling back. Good. Once more, opening those arms and then wiggling the fingers, floating the hands down to the hips. Good. Coming to our opposite side, left foot coming out as far as we're able, left hand holding onto the chair, and then starting to rotate toward the left side of the wall. Good. Right leg pushing back, extending through the heel, left foot pushing forward. Big, strong shape. This is why these are called our warrior positions, as there's such strength in the body, in the legs. And then gentleness and extension through the arms, reaching up. Breathing here. Checking in with your abdominal muscles, keeping those left toes light, relaxing those shoulder blades, but extending through the arms. And gently floating that left hand down to the chair. Holding here, big breath in, reaching through the arms. Exhale, hinging forward, sweeping the arm back. Good. Inhale up. Exhale down. One more time, big breath in. Big breath out. Good. Returning to our high position here, and then beginning to gently lengthen once more to the ceiling and stretching to the left, feeling that big opening through the right side of the body. Pressing a little bit more through that right foot. Breathing here. And returning to neutral, floating that arm down. And beginning to rotate toward the front of the room. Again, active legs. Legs are opening up here, pressing through the left pinky, pressing through the outer border of that right foot, pelvis forward. Opening those arms, big space here, and then turning the gaze over the left middle finger. And gently floating that left forearm to the thigh, taking some big circles with that right arm. Good. As big as feels comfortable. Try not to put too much weight through that forearm, using the abdominal muscles to keep the torso elevated. One more time, big breath in, big breath out. Good. Once more, opening those arms and then floating them down to the hips as we bring the feet back in. Bringing those legs toward each other. Good. Starting to squeeze that imaginary ball between the knees, continuing to press through the feet. Good. Nice and long through the spine. Good. And sweeping the arms forward, taking a hold of our imaginary bow here, the right hand imaginary arrow, pulling that back, squeezing the shoulder blade together, looking to the right. Exhale, releasing that arrow, coming back to center. Changing sides, big breath in, squeezing back. Exhale, center. Noticing those legs if they're starting to shift one way or the other. And squeeze the knees together and press into the floor with the feet. Good, staying with the breath. Lots to remember, I know. One more time with the right. Exhale. One more time with the left. Exhale. Good. Floating the hands down. One more shape here in our seated position. Nice and tall. Big breath in. Slowly letting those hands follow down the legs. Releasing them to the floor. Strong belly, using those legs. And floating the hands back to the thighs. Good. We'll do that 2 more times. Big breath in preparation. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweeping it up. Exhale, floating it down. One more time. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Good, very nice. All right, coming up once more. Again, if you're using that chair, bring it right to the front. And again, without looking at the feet, we're going to bring those feet as close together as we can. Good. In this shape, beginning to squeeze the inner thighs together. Good. Very nice. And strong through the belly, sweeping the arms up, then taking the pads of the fingers to the back of the head. On the in-breath, lifting the gaze, opening those elbows. Exhale, closing those elbows, tucking the chin. Inhale, lift. Exhale. Good. Squeezing the legs together, strong through the belly. Big breath in. Big breath out. Good. Back to center. Opening those arms, keeping them nice and wide. And this will look different for everyone. Some people may be a little bit lower. Some people may be a little bit higher. But we're taking those hands back, finding that big opening through the chest, keeping the body from the belly button down, engaged and strong. On the in-breath, turning the gaze to look to the right and center. Inhale, left and center. Good. Floating those hands back to the hips. Good. All right, we're going to try one more move here with the eyes open, and then we're going to try something with the eyes closed. Shift the weight in this position to the left foot, okay? Our right foot is light. Good. On the in-breath, gently taking one step out with the right foot. Shifting the weight to the right foot, and then bringing that left foot together. Good. Keeping that weight on the right foot, stepping out to the left. Shifting that weight to the left foot, stepping in with the right. Good. Easy peasy, right? All right, you can keep your hands on your hips if you like that, or just relax the arms to the sides. We're going to try it with the eyes closed. Again, if you have to open your eyes or you have to step out to catch yourself a little bit, that's what we're trying to do, okay? So I want this to be challenging. All right, when you're ready, allow your eyes to close. Return to the breath. And gently shift the weight to the left foot. When you're ready, take a big step out with the right. Good. Slowly shift the weight to the right foot. Bring that left foot together. Keeping the weight on the right foot. When you're ready, take a big step out to the left. Shift the weight to the left foot. Step together with the right. Allow the eyes to open. Good. How'd that go? Easy peasy, right? All right, one last balance shape for today. Again, we're going to settle into that left foot, and we're going to bring our right foot to the inside of the left. Okay, so we've created a little kickstand here to do our tree shape. Right knee rotated toward the right wall. Good. Chin in a neutral position. Staying here if you're feeling a lot of challenge, pressing that right heel into the left leg, or maybe bringing that right foot up to the lower leg, maybe bringing that right foot up to the inner thigh. Sorry, always hard for me to balance and talk. Good. Find your shape, okay? Find your shape, find your point of concentration. When you're ready, allow that tree to grow. Maybe taking those hands all the way up. Breathing here. Giving that balanced shape 5 full breaths. If you need to return to the kickstand and maybe come up, that's good as well. Good. Mona Lisa smiles. And gently floating the hands back down and returning the foot to the floor, shaking it out a little bit. Settling into that right foot, coming into our kickstand here. As you have this left foot positioned against the right leg, we're actually pressing those 2 limbs together. So my left foot is actively pressing into my right leg, and my right leg is pulling my body toward the center, assisting with my balance, helping with my core activation. Good, releasing the limbs, and then gently growing your tree. Breathing here. Slowly lowering the arms, and when you're ready, releasing the left leg, shaking it out a little bit. Okay, time to come down to the floor. I always recommend turning your mat so that you can glance at the television if you need to, but you don't have to crank your head up. Using the chair to come down to the floor if you need it. We're gonna widen our stance a little into a lunge and start to gently bend that back knee first, coming all the way down to the floor, using that chair for support, coming to a high kneeling position, and then gently all the way down to our quadruped position. If it's comfortable for your body, placing the tops of the feet on the mat and beginning to gently press those feet into the floor as we press the hands all through the 10 pads of the fingers. Good. Noticing these shoulders here, and again, finding that position. So we're working on resisting just kind of throwing ourselves into any shape. We're keeping the active position strong through the belly. Starting with a big breath here. As we exhale, tucking the chin, rounding the back, pulling the belly in. And inhale, dropping the belly, lifting the head just to neutral, and beginning to tilt through the lower back. Good. Exhale, rounding, tucking the chin, pressing into the floor. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Good. One more time here. Big breath in. Sorry, big breath out. Big breath in. And returning to our neutral spine. Going to slowly slide that left leg back, placing the ball of the foot on the floor, and then beginning to shift the weight back just a little bit. You can walk those hands forward some too. Pressing into the floor, big stretch through the calf. And walking those hands back below the shoulders, gently extending that left leg, lifting it from the floor, finding your balance here. Rotating those toes toward the mat, keeping the gaze down below the floor, staying here or taking that right arm toward the front of your mat. Staying with the breath, Staying here or opening those arms and legs out to the sides. This is called our awkward airplane pose. Ancient Sanskrit name. And floating it back down. Good. Wagging the tail just a little bit here. If you need to take a break for those wrists, you can always try coming to the fists or maybe down to the forearms. Okay? When you're ready, we're going to slide that left foot back to the ball of the foot, pressing backwards just a little bit, stretching through the calf. We're breathing here. And gently shifting forward once more, engaging through the belly and lifting that right leg. Rotating the toes toward the ground, keeping that neck neutral. Staying here or extending the left arm, staying with the breath. Staying here or opening up out to the sides. And with control, coming back to our extended table and floating the limbs back down. Good. We'll start to make our way onto our back, first coming down to the sides. And then all the way over to the back. Once you get here, bringing one knee into the chest and then the other knee into the chest. A little bit of rocking. Good. Floating those feet back down to the mat. Taking a moment to tuck the shoulder blades under. If you can tickle the backs of the feet, do that, otherwise bring them in as close as you can. Coming into a gentle bridge on the inhale, pressing through the mid-back, pressing through the feet, and slowly lifting the hips up. And exhale, just as slowly lowering it back down. Good. Continuing with this, or maybe shifting to the heels, keeping the toes light. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, keeping those knees pointing up. Exhale. Good. Continuing with this shape or beginning to add some arms, rotating the thumbs toward the ceiling. Again, lifting the toes if you like that. Big breath in. Big breath out. Good. As you move, see if you can relax the gluteal muscles and engage through the belly and press through the heels. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Good. And again, bringing one knee into the chest and then the other. Little bit of rocking. Keeping that right knee into the chest, slowly straightening the left leg toward the floor. And then using that left hand, we're going to slowly guide that left knee, where am I? Right knee toward the left. Good. Then gently extending the right arm and turning the gaze toward the right palm. Breathing here. And gently coming back to center, hugging the knee into the chest once more and bringing the other knee in. The reason that we transfer this way is we're more able to keep the back safe, continuing to press the waistband into the floor. If we lift both legs into the chest at one time, we're not always paying attention to the abdominal muscles. We could pull a muscle in the back. Shifting the hands to that left knee, we're going to slowly straighten the leg out. Good. Taking the right hand to the left knee, slowly guiding it across the body, extending the left arm and turning the gaze to the left. Breathing here. Squeezing that knee into the chest. Again, noticing how the back is safe here. There's no arch. And then we're gonna hug the other knee in. One more big stretch here. And then floating both feet to the floor. Bringing the feet and the knees together. If it's comfortable for your chest and shoulders, you're gonna take those hands behind the head, taking the thumbs just below the skull. And again, big chest opener here. Tucking the chin in, stretching through the back of the neck as well. Staying here or keeping the feet together, slowly allowing the knees to open. And again, in this position, engaging a little bit more through the belly to make sure the back is safe. If you're getting a lot of arch here, then maybe you want to lengthen those legs some. But we want that inner thigh stretch without putting a strain on the back. And then this is a wonderful position to come right into our Shavasana. So we're going to slowly straighten one leg and then the other. Release those arms. Kind of got a nice big Shavasana today. Tuck those shoulder blades under. Come to rest on the back of the skull. Let those toes splay out. Let those palms gently open. In this shape, taking one nice big inhalation, and then exhaling through the mouth. Let's do that 2 more times. Big breath in. And then gently allowing the face to relax, the eyes to close, and the body to melt into the floor. Beginning to wiggle the fingers and toes, bringing each finger to the pad of the thumb, gently moving the head from side to side. Bringing your body into that big X, stretching in 4 directions, spreading fingers and toes. Again, I highly encourage you to come back to your Shavasana on your own. Even that as a daily practice, 5 minutes a day is wonderful. Just taking that time for yourself. Okay, getting ourselves up off the floor. You're gonna bend the knees and bring the feet to the floor. Slowly roll toward the chair. Using the arms to push ourselves up into a sitting position. And then bringing the hand to the chair as we transfer to our high kneeling shape. Bending that outside leg. And then using that strong leg to help you get back to the chair. All right, taking a moment to come into your royal posture. Shoulders relaxed back against the back of the chair. Knees and feet parallel to each other. Bringing one hand over the heart and the other hand on top of that. And taking a moment to come back to our role as observer, noticing the mind. Does it perhaps feel a little more tame now after our attention to breath and movement? Breathing in gratitude for taking this time for ourselves taking this time for ourselves so that we can then take time for others. May all beings be happy, weak or strong, small or great, seen or unseen, nearby or far away. May all beings be entirely happy. Bringing the palms of the hands together at the heart, bowing to the sacred in each other. Namaste.